Hi, Scaramouche. Hello. I'm not doing much right now. How about you? Good evening, Evelyn's Antics. Nice to have you here. I'm fine. I'm actually in a hotel room right now because of the snowstorm warning. Our employer allowed us to sleep at work, basically. So I figured I don't really have anything else to do, so might as well do a little stream before bedtime. Thank you for the flower, Evelyn. I hope you guys are all right. Now somewhere it's nice and warm. Hangover, oh goodness. I hope you'll feel better soon. Make sure you drink plenty of water. See right here. This is what you need to do. Lots of water. You know, it's funny, I got this hairbrush like a couple of weeks ago. Actually, almost a month ago now. Because I thought, like, I needed a new hairbrush because my old one just kind of looked like red ass. And I thought this one was nice. It was cheap. And I like the color. And then I needed to get a new makeup bag because I just didn't like the one I had. I couldn't really keep stuff organized in there. And it was also just kind of falling apart. And then I went to a store and I found this one. And I got it. And then when I packed my bags to come here, I realized they're like matching perfectly. And it was not planned. Just a funny coincidence. Thank you, background characters. I know, right? It's really cute. I saw it, I think it was at Marshall's. And I was like, oh my god, that is so cute. That's perfect. Yeah, right. All the cute bows. It's really adorable. Welcome, Kinkai16 and Oyung Wader. I hope I pronounced that somewhat right. Welcome. And look, let me show you what's really, really cool about this bag. We open it up. It unfolds like so. And it has this little hanger, so you can hang it up in the bathroom. And then there's two big compartments, and I use the top for all my loose makeup stuff, like my lipsticks and little powders and my foundation. And at the bottom, I have my eyeshadow palettes, my false lashes, and all of my makeup brushes. And then up here, I have my wig caps for my cosplay. stickies. You use them to glue lace fronts on your face. My face tape. I use that for some of my cosplays to kind of change my face shape a little bit. I'm not really great at it though. And I have my lash glue up here too. So up here is like anything sticky at my hairnet. And then there's one more compartment on the back here. In here there are my different makeup sponges. I have like a few different shapes. Let's see if I get one more. And then a round one. So yeah. That's been my latest purchase that I'm really happy with. An underground bar. German metal. Sounds fun though. I gotta be honest. I'm always kind of on the fence about bars. Because they're so loud. Like, you go there to hang out with people. And then you have to yell at each other just to hear what the other person is saying, because there's like so many people and loud music and just everything all at once. So half the time you end up just standing around on the parking lot, because that's the only place where you can properly converse. At least that's been my experience with bars. So I'm not the biggest bar person, but I've been dragged to them by friends before, and I'll do it like once or twice. I thought I heard a knock, but I don't think that was my door. I think it was a couple doors down. If it was, they can knock again. Honestly, having a whole bar to yourself does sound kind of like a vibe. Hello, Diane. Welcome. But yeah, I don't know where you guys are all located. But to those of you in the US, in the states that are hit by the snowstorm, I hope you guys are all warm and safe. I honestly, aside from that, like, all flights are getting cancelled, I don't know a whole lot because I've just been at work and living at work, so I haven't really stepped outside because I didn't need to. So I don't know exactly what the situation out there is, but it looks pretty mild. Like, I know some of the roads are a bit frozen, but aside from that, it looks pretty mild, I think. But I know in some areas it's a lot worse. Well, I live in the US right now, but I'm not like originally from here. I'm a resident. I have a green card. I am from Germany initially. I was born in Germany and grew up over there, and then I moved over here about a year and a half ago now. to see something different. But I don't really know if I'll go back to Germany at some point or not. I kind of have to see where my life goes. I do apologize if I mute myself every once in a while. I've had a cold last week, and every once in a while I still need to kind of clear my throat. But aside from that, I'm a lot better now. Honestly, background character in Germany is fun, but you know, every once in a while you just get tired of the stuff you know and you want to see something different. Honestly, I don't really like getting political on here, but you know, I haven't personally been affected by anything yet, but obviously I'm not exactly happy with what's going on. But you know, for my own safety, I choose to keep my mouth shut on stuff like that for the time being. But I think we can all agree on what we think of what's going on with that. At least I hope that we would be in agreement. Oh yeah, moving. Gosh, moving is such a big thing. Are you moving very far? Is it just like a different city or like a whole different state or even country? And you stay. Yeah, that's something I find super intimidating. Like, before moving here, I only ever moved to different cities, and they were usually very close together. But the thought of having to drive like a giant moving truck, because how else are you gonna transport your furniture? And like, I'm the type of person, I don't really have the money to just say, whatever, I'll buy new furniture. Like, not really. I feel like you have to have at least 2 people with 2 cars, or like, best would be you have like 2 people and one of them doesn't have their own car, so they can drive like a U-Haul and the other person drives like the family car or whatever. But if you have as many cars as people in your household that can legally drive, that just makes things very complicated. I feel like, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just too broke. It's probably not that big of a deal if you have the money to, I don't know, like you drive a U-Haul out there and then you could get a flight back and then drive your car or something like that. I don't know. It just all sounds very expensive and troublesome. But I do hope your move is gonna go very well and smoothly and with as little stress as possible. Oh gosh, that definitely sounds like a lot of trouble. I really hope you guys are gonna be able to handle it all. You know, something I noticed that I'm kind of irked by. During winter, my hair always gets like super staticky. I was filming, actually I was filming 2 videos earlier today, and I kept having to like pat my hair down because it kept like being electrified and like kind of floating up in the air, and it just looked so stupid. I think it's still visible in some scenes, but you know, I try my best. I've heard that rubbing dryer sheet on your hair helps, but I don't really have dryer sheets here, so I wasn't really able to used to have a trampoline as a little kid. And yeah, that always made my heart go like, it was very silly. Waffles are just pancakes with abs. I think the dough is different though, isn't it? I'm not a big baker, but I feel like they taste a bit different. Honestly, it's very windy here, and it is somewhat cold. I think it was raining earlier. We did have snow um, last night, and there's still some snow out there, but not a whole lot. I think the biggest issue here is that we get rain and then it's cold, so everything kind of gets icy. But I think the weather forecast said that there would be more snow tonight, so we'll see how that goes. I don't really see anything out the window because it's dark, duh. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's more snow tomorrow when I wake up. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Because of the ice is why me and some of my coworkers are now sleeping at work. For those who don't know, I work at a hotel. So because I work at a hotel, our employer gave us rooms at the hotel we work at. So because of that, I get to just sleep at work and not having to worry about driving. Free of charge, of course. I don't need to pay for this room. I really appreciate it. Honestly, my employer is pretty generous, I would say. I'm from Germany originally, but right now I'm in the US. Yeah, honestly. I have to say, this is the only employer I ever had in the US, so I don't have a lot to compare it to. But just from the feeling I get being here, I do think that they're one of the better ones in this country, for sure. Like, the HR department is always very easy to talk to. I think the pay is not awful for the job I do. I'm a front desk agent, and obviously I don't live a life of luxury or anything like that. But I do think, based from when I was looking at places to apply, I am one of the better earning front desk agents, at least for the state I'm in. Thank you, user 1D19, for the dollar donation. I appreciate it. Thank you, sweetie. Welcome, Scott. But yeah, I tried something new today with the video as a recording because I thought I want to use my time that I have here because there's not a whole lot I can do. I couldn't bring too much stuff with me. So I made 2 personal assistant role plays, and one was specifically for a female listener, and then one was specifically for a male listener. So I tried to kind of try something new and get 2 paths with a similar scenario. I don't know if that's something you guys will be enjoying, but I had the time to do it, and I figured, why not? Polish? Really? I don't know. I don't think there's any Polish in my family. My family is my family history is very boring. It's German, German, and German. Not a whole lot going on there. Have a good night, Brian. Thank you, Latanyara. My eyes are. I have a lot of people point out my eyes. They're difficult to describe. They used to be very blue, and then they kind of had like this blue greenish color at some point. And I feel like now they're mostly kind of gray. I don't know. My eyes are very interesting. You know, I've been considering if I should make like a video with German or like partial German, but then I'm always like, at least based on statistics, most of my listeners are American, or I think it's American and British that are a majority. And it's like, I don't know if people enjoy watching videos that they don't understand. So I'm like, you know, if they don't understand what's going on, but maybe I'll try it at some point. I had thought about maybe doing like a video where it's like partially English and partially German, but I mean, if you would like, I can talk in German right now. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna say in German because I can't really communicate it with you guys because you wouldn't really understand. But let me think, something that I can actually, okay, how about I teach you some German with the things I have next to me. Let's see what we can do. Okay, this one's easy. Wasser. Wasser. Wasserflasche. Wasser und alles ist eine Wasserflasche. Es ist eine Flasche und darin ist Wasser. Zusammen ist das eine Wasserflasche. I don't know if that made any sense to you guys. Well, let's see. This shower cap. Das ist eine Badehaube. Eine Badehaube. Eine Haube, die man anzieht, um zu baden. Eine Badehaube. Yes, the one before was water and water bottle. This one is Badehaube. Und diese Badehaube ist durchsichtig. Durchsichtig. Die Badehaube ist durchsichtig. That meant that the shower cap is see-through. See-through is durchsichtig. Diese Badehaube ist durchsichtig. This shower cap is see-through. Okay, if you say so. I will put a German video on my to-do list then. But now you have to watch it. You better make that German video get 1 million views. German in college. Ich bin in Deutschland aufgewachsen. I grew up in Germany. Ich bin Deutsch. I am German. Ich habe Englisch in der Schule gelernt. I learned English in school. Microphone. This one is easy. Microphone. 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 Kopfhörer. Kopfhörer. Das ist ein Kopfhörer. This is headphones. Oh my god, that's so funny. I studied animal care, and in Germany we do apprenticeships for that. And in an apprenticeship you work and you go to school. And my school for animal care was in Ansbach. So I've been in Ansbach like 2 weeks every 3 months for 3 years. So yeah, I've been there a couple times. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. I get very mixed reviews. Some people say that they hear very clearly that I'm German, and then others always say that they didn't hear it at all. So at this point, I don't know anymore. I just take whatever people say and I'm like, oh, thank you. I started learning English very young though. I started at, I believe I was 4 years old when I started English classes. And then when I was 14 or 15, one of the two, that was when I went to the UK the first time, and I lived with a host family for a month. And that was like it helped me so much with my English, to live with people that only speak that. Like my host parents, they did not speak any German, and it was just them and me and one more classmate, who, to be honest, was, well, the first year I was with my best friend, my back then best friend. Unfortunately, we kind of drifted apart, but the first year was my best friend, and we were about equal in our skill level. The years following that, I went with other people, and during those times, it was pretty much me translating for them because they were not as good in English. But yeah, it helped so much. Going to the country where they speak a language and living with people that only speak that language, it helps you so much to learn it. Let's do another one. Gummi. Ein Haargummi. Ein Haargummi. Ein Haargummi. Haargummi. Haar, das ist Haar. Das sind Haare. Und das ist ein Haargummi. Hair and the hair tie. Haar und ein Haargummi. Oh man, I'm sorry. Oh, hello Felipe. Nice to have you here. I don't really correct my English speaking friends when they make mistakes. Unless they're the type that always love to make fun of me when I say something wrong. And And sometimes I don't even say it wrong. Sometimes I just pronounce it the British way because that's what I grew up with. And Americans don't. Like, for example, oh, hi, pork chop. I'm in Dallas too. But sometimes, like, I usually say water. And then it's like, oh no, just say water. And like, what do you mean? It's like, oh, you said it the wrong way. And like, it's not wrong. It's just like, I guess more British. And it's even not that British. I don't know. But some of my friends love to give me crap for how I pronounce things. But those are the friends that I correct when I get a chance. But aside from that, I don't really correct a lot of people. Hello, frosted cupcake. Yes, and some spellings are different. Like, and sometimes like we're like rubbish and trash and stuff like that. But you know. Honestly, I haven't really assigned any mod positions yet. Just because I have not streamed that often and I just don't want to throw it out for people that I don't have a consistent image from. But I will keep an eye on the chat, and if I notice people being here during several streams and, you know, sticking to the rules, then I will pick some to give moderation to. My goal is to have at least 3 moderators within this year. I just want to kind of wait and see if people show up like every once in a while. But I do appreciate the offer and I will keep you in mind. But I do have my tablet right here open, so if anyone does, you know, say things that are not welcome, and just really quick, I do not ban or punish people for just saying their opinion as long as it's civilized. People are allowed to say they don't like what we do here. That's their right. But if people get insulting or if people say inappropriate things, then those things will get banned. So just a quick heads up on that. Oh, thank you. I do agree. I usually have very wholesome and friendly chats. Every once in a while there's going to be like a troll and, you know, we kick him out and then usually that's fine. There was one time when some guy had like 10 alt accounts that I all had to ban back to back. I don't know if he didn't have any hobbies or what, but aside from that one instance, it's mostly been very sweet people here. And I'm very, very grateful for that. Das hier ist eine Haarbürste. Eine Haarbürste. Haarbürste. Eine Haarbürste, mit dem wir uns das Haar bürsten. This is a hairbrush. A hairbrush is a Haarbürste. You better take notes. This will be part of our next exam. Just kidding. You know what? Let's get that makeup back out and see what we have in here that might make some nice sounds. Almost. Haarbürste. We spell it as a U with 2 dots on top. I know most other countries don't do that. It's just the Germans that do it. almost. You're just missing a few letters. So ha is H. Hold on. It is H A R B U with two dots R S T E ha Bürste. Macaroni sounds. What are macaroni sounds? I only know the Macarena. Okay, I guess I'll have to make a video out of it if you guys really like it that much. Now, I have to say, with some of those makeup things, I'm not even sure what they translate to. Like this eyelash curler, I'm not entirely sure what the proper German word for it would be. Probably like Wimperndreher or something like that. So eyelash is Wimper, eine Wimper und die Wimpern. But like the German word for curler is way too long. It's Lockenwickler. Lockenwickler. But we only use that for hair. So this is not a Lockenwickler. This must have a different name that I'm just not aware of because I don't know shit. Sorry, I don't know stuff about makeup. But what I do know, das ist Lippenstift. Does the word bunte mean anything in German? Yes. Well, bunte, not so much, but just bunt means colorful. It is B-U-N-T, bunt, and that means colorful. Oh my god, Finnish sounds like so hard. Mad respects to you for that. I tried French, but let's just say I didn't really have fun. Now I just know a few words and that's about it. Some of my random words that I remember in French are mercredi, which is Wednesday, and then we have baguette magique, which means magic wand. I know, silly, right? And je suis is I am, je m'appelle is my name is, cadeau means present. I know a few more words, but honestly I can't think of them right now. But for the life of me, I can't handle French grammar. Forget about it. Oh, and of course I know, je ne parle pas français, which means I do not speak French. I've used that one a lot. Anyways. Schwarz. Schwarz. Schwarz is black. Schwarz. Black. Lippenstift. 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 Lippe is lip. Stift is pen. Lippenstift. 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 Schwarzer Lippenstift. Yeah, French was awful. Also, my French teacher was awful. She would constantly berate us on how bad our French is and how she never had a class as bad as we are in French. And I'm like, maybe you're just a really bad teacher. Have you considered that? So yeah, I had a 5. I graduated with a 5 in French, which is A, B, C, D, E. I think in American that would be an E. Do you have E? I think so, right? I never went to school in America, I'm sorry, but I think you guys do A, B, C, D, E, F, right? Then it would translate to an E. I had an E in French when I graduated. It was my worst grade. But oh well. Oh, you don't do E? So wait, how many grades do you have? Lol, what the heck? That's so weird. Why do you do A, B, C, F? Like A, B, C, D, F? Why? That's so weird. Okay. I guess then I would translate to a D, I guess, because it wasn't an F. F would be 6 in German. So I guess it was a D. But I don't get why you skip E. America. That's very interesting. Also, I'm gonna upset a lot of Americans now, but I will die on the hill that Fahrenheit makes no sense. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Also, miles can get lost, please. Kilometers and meters and centimeters are the way to go. Also, we can agree to disagree, it's fine. Okay, let me see if there's more German I can teach you. Okay, this one is going to be very boring because this is lip gloss. Yes, we just call it lip gloss. We have Lippenstift, Lippenstift und Lipgloss. Lippenstift und Lipgloss. So you know, some are the same in both languages. And I think there's a hair. Hold on. Somehow I got a hair in my lip gloss applicator. Come on. Come on. Got it. Also, this is my favorite lip gloss. I don't have a lot of glosses, but this one is the favorite that I have. It's the Megaslex Lip Gloss Brilliant à Livre from Wet n Wild. sorry, Pierre. Everyone who thinks it should be freezing at 32 is wrong. That's just Americans like blindfolded a dude and made them throw a dart at a list of numbers. That's how they chose what freezing is. A fun librarian. Maybe I would be. I did spend a lot of my childhood at libraries because I was reading a lot. I was quite the Bücherwurm. Bücherwurm. I was a bookworm. Bücher is books and Wurm is worm. Bücherwurm. I don't know if it's true, but it's my theory and it has not been disproven yet. Right here. Wimperntusche. 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 Das hier ist Wimperntusche. Tusche, 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 Wimperntusche. Wimperntusche. Tusche. I think it's a fun word. Tusche. Hello, Blazer One. Welcome to a little German lesson. Das hier ist ein Pinsel. Ein Pinsel. Ein Make-up-Pinsel. Ein Schminkpinsel. Schminkpinsel. Ein Pinsel. Ein Pinsel in grün. Ein grüner Pinsel. Grün, grün, grün sind alle meine Kleider. Grün, grün, grün ist alles, was ich mag. Darum lieb ich alles, was so grün ist, weil mein Schatz ein Waldmeister ist. children's song that children use to learn colors. Grün is green. Grün is green. Pinsel is brush. Makeup brush. Schminkpinsel. Schminke is makeup. Schminkpinsel is makeup brush. And this one. Dieser Pinsel ist blau. Blau, blau, blau sind alle meine Kleider. Blau, blau, blau ist alles, was ich mag. Darum lieb ich alles, was so blau ist, weil mein Schatz ein Fischer ist. Blau is blue. Blue is blau. Thank you. I used to sing when I was younger. I was in choir and I was in musical, and I had some solo parts during my time in choir as well. But I'll be brutally honest, my voice has gotten a lot worse. Because after I was done with school, I didn't really have the time to go to choir anymore, and I didn't really have the courage to sing when I was alone. And I also didn't have the courage to sing alone in front of my family if it wasn't on a stage, which is super weird because I never had stage fright, but I was always terrified of singing in intimate settings. It's so weird. It's like we were stage fright for some reason. But yeah, now my singing voice is very mediocre at best, which is a bit sad, but you know. I keep telling myself one day, if I have the time, I'll take classes and train my voice back to what it used to be. But then I'm realistic and I'm like, girl, you already have like 3 time-consuming hobbies. Stop. You don't have time for more. Okay, let's see what else I can do. Okay. Schwarz. Schwarz, schwarz, schwarz sind alle meine Kleider. Schwarz, schwarz, schwarz ist alles, was ich mag. Darum lieb ich alles, was so schwarz ist, weil mein Schatz ein Schornsteinfeger ist. Now, something I might want to explain to you guys about the song I keep singing. It is about colors, but translated, it's basically... Oh, let's see. I need to think of something that I can translate well while still singing. So you remember the one I did for blue? If I translate it in English, it would be something like this. Blue, blue, blue is all of my clothing. Blue, blue, blue is everything I like. The reason why I love everything blue is 'cause my darling is a fisherman. And it's basically this, but for each different color, you say a different job at the end that kind of gets associated with the color. For example, color black, we use chimney sweeper because chimney sweepers have dirt and ash in their face. That's why they look black. And green, we say hunter because hunters are in the forest where everything is green. Let's see if I can think of more. Okay, how about this? Gelb, gelb, gelb sind alle meine Kleider. Gelb, gelb, gelb ist alles, was ich mag. Darum lieb ich alles, was so gelb ist, weil mein Schatz am Strand arbeitet. Gelb is yellow. Yellow is gelb. Gelb. And full transparency, I couldn't think of a job for this one, so I just sung that my darling is someone who works at the beach. Okay. Pink, pink, pink sind alle meine Kleider. Pink, pink, pink ist alles, was ich mag. Darum lieb ich alles, was so pink ist, weil mein Schatz ein Schweinchenzüchter ist. You know what? Pierce, that's a good one. School bus driver. In Germany, our school buses aren't yellow. That's why I didn't really associate it with it. But it's a good idea for Americans. And yes, so in Germany, we have pink. But we also have rosa. And it's like this would be pink. But my sleeve, the details, that's rosa. Rosa is basically a softer pink. Also, the job that I said for pink was pig breeder because it was the first thing I could think of with pink. Oh, also, this is a little case for my fake lashes. Oops. There we go. That one wanted to escape. Just a little mirror. Hello there. And some lashes. Hey, it's a real profession, okay? I thought I could also say florist, but I kind of wanted to say florist for a different color that I couldn't think of something else. Also, I got this case from the Dollar Tree. Put some respect on my man Dollar Tree. They have some good stuff. Okay. Let me think of other colors. Okay. How about purple? Okay, this one is difficult to sing in German, I'll be honest, but I'll try. Lila, lila sind alle meine Kleider. Prinzessin ist. So, lila is purple. Purple is lila. And the job that I chose for purple is Prinzessin, which is princess. That's a very valid choice, honestly. I do like purple a lot, especially like a lavender toned purple, because I love lavender. Alright, let's see. Are there any colors that you want to know that I haven't done yet? I'm trying to think. Trying to think of other colors we can do. We have done gelb, grün, lila, pink und blau und schwarz. Which other colors would you like to know? Okay, I have another idea. Braun, braun, braun sind alle meine Kleider. Braun, braun, braun ist alles, was ich mag. Darum lieb ich alles, was so braun ist, weil mein Schatz ein Holzfäller ist. The color is brown. Brown is brown, and the job I chose for brown is Holzfäller. Holzfäller is lumberjack. Ooh, orange. Okay. A job of orange. Okay. Orange, orange sind alle meine Kleider. Orange ist alles, was ich mag. Darum lieb ich alles, was orange ist, weil mein Schatz ein Müllmann ist. Orange is orange, and the job that I picked for orange is Müllmann. Now, Müllmann is what in Germany we call the people that collect the trash that you put out. I'm not sure if you have like a job title, like a specified job title in English. I'm trying to think of it. Is it just trash collectors? Do you say that? Because in Germany, the people that collect the trash, they always are dressed completely in orange and have big orange trucks where they put the trash into. So that's why for orange I picked Müllmann. Garbage man. There we go. Thank you. I had a brain fart there for a moment. I don't know. Do garbage men wear orange in the US too? I'm not sure if they do, honestly. I don't live in a house, so I never really see them. But they do in Germany. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, hold on. There's another color we haven't done. Rot, rot, rot sind alle meine Kleider. Rot, rot, rot ist alles, was ich mag. Darum lieb ich alles, was so rot ist, weil mein Schatz ein Feuerwehrmann ist. Rot is red. Red is rot. And the job that I picked for red is firefighter. Feuerwehrmann. Feuerwehr is firefighter. Firefighter is Feuerwehr. I don't know. If you guys get tired of my singing, let me know. I think we have like most of the base colors done now, actually. Oh, hold on, there's one. Weiß, weiß, weiß sind alle meine Kleider. Weiß, weiß, weiß ist alles, was ich mag. Darum lieb ich alles, was so weiß ist, weil mein Schatz ein Apotheker ist. Weiß is white. White is weiß. And the job I picked for white was pharmacist, because pharmacists wear white lab coats, in Germany at least. And pharmacist is Apotheker. Apotheker is pharmacist. Pharmacist is Apotheker. One of my best friends in Germany is an Apotheker, actually. Okay, perfect. Then this one actually made sense. I guess doctor would have worked too. But the German word, the German word for doctor is Arzt. Arzt. Or sometimes we also say Doktor. But it's kind of short, so it's not that nice to say. With that, we got all the colors. Like all the major colors. Moonflesh, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. Are you okay? We do try to keep the vibes here positive. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe there was a Wi-Fi issue, but I'm still here. I won't be able to stream too much longer though, because I do need to get some sleep, but I will be on for a little bit longer before I do that. guess if you guys really enjoyed, I'll see if I can kind of turn it into a fun video idea at some point. But I would have to think a little bit about the execution to make it like interesting. I might make a poll about this at some point, like how a video like that should look like to be interesting for as many of you sweeties as possible. If you would like to. I don't know why, but for some reason I had to think of this one German lullaby. I don't know why, but it just popped into my brain and now it's there. So if you want to, I can try to sing it, but only if you guys want to. I totally get if you don't want to hear me sing anymore. I totally respect that. Okay. Okay, let me hydrate first really quick. Okay. Let me see if I get the melody right. Schlaf, Kindlein, schlaf, der Papa hüt die Schaf. Die Mutter schüttelt Bäumelein, herunter fällt ein Träumelein. Schlaf, Kindlein, schlaf, der Vater hüt die Schaf. Die Mutter schüttelt Bäumelein, herunter fällt ein Träumelein. Schlaf, Kindlein, schlaf, der Vater hüt die Schaf. Die Mutter schüttelt Bäumelein, herunter fällt ein Träumelein. Schlaf, Kindlein, schlaf. This one is a very short one. I'm not even sure if it has more verses than that, but I only know it as a loop this way. And translated, it's basically... Okay, I can't really sing it in English, so I'll just translate so you know what it means. It's sleep, child, sleep, child. Father is watching the sheep. Mother is shaking the trees, and down fall dreams. Sleep, child, sleep. That's basically what that translates to. It's a cute one, right? Yeah. I used to have a doll, like with a string that you could pull on, and then it would play the melody of that lullaby. It was a little elephant. I don't know if I still have that elephant somewhere at home with my mom, but I think it might be somewhere in the basement. I had a lot of stuffed animals as a child. I got rid of a lot of them when I moved here, but I kept some of the most sentimental ones from when I was very, very tiny that I kept very, very long. So I think that elephant is probably part of that. I remember it used to be white and grey striped, but I think that it's now, I remember the white having like yellowed a lot, and then there was like a little coin at the end of the string you pull. I know it has a lot of bite marks because I as a kid always chewed on it. But yeah. I did love that thing. And I was absolutely like bawling my eyes out when it broke as a kid. I think my mom kind of like did surgery on it and replaced a music box once or twice. Oh, that's so cute. I have, okay, so my absolute favorite childhood stuffy. I called him Schlumby. Schlumby the dog. Schlumby was a white dog, and he's like semi-big. He's like this long. He has like two long legs, and then like an oval-shaped body with two floppy rounded arms, and then this little, very simple dog head. The head is kind of shaped like Snoopy, and he had two big floppy ears. And he had a white and blue checkered handkerchief that would go around his neck. And Schlumby I got gifted basically from birth. And I had to have him. Like, I could not sleep without Schlumby as a child. Like, every time I had to sleep somewhere, Schlumby had to be there. I always used him as a pillow because he had a really big, like, body part. So as a result, he's now very flat and pancakey, and a lot of the fluff has rubbed off over the years. But I do still have him at my mom's house, and I cherish him. And back when I was still living with my mom, I had him sit on the, on the headpiece of my bed, because I still love him a lot. My little Schlumpy. I honestly, at some point, I'll probably take him with me over here, if I'm still live here in a couple of years at least. I just realized it's raining outside. I was like, what is that noise? I turned off the AC, but it started raining again. So yeah. Let's see. I have to be honest. I don't think I was a big lullaby child. Or at least my mom didn't sing to me that much. I was a book child. Like, my mom always had to read me to sleep by reading me my books. But the moment I was able to read myself, my mom was banned from reading books. When she tried to read me books, I would be like, no, Mom, I want to do it myself. And then I just read the book to myself. I was like a huge bookworm as a kid. Like, I had so many books. Like, we had this long hallway in one of the apartments we lived in, and all the way throughout the hallway were bookcases, and they were filled with books, because I would just devour them. Like, I would read a book like this thick in one day, which isn't super impressive for an adult, but for an elementary school child. And in my school, and actually a lot of German elementary schools did this, they had this website where they would have a lot of books registered, and kids could fill out a quiz to prove that they read the book, and then they would get points. And then each class would nominate winners, and then the school would nominate a winner. And I won. Because I was just reading so many dang books. And like, knowing that I could win, like, I didn't win anything physical, but knowing that I could win, you know, especially as a kid that was bullied, I was like, okay, fine, you bully me, but I am going to stomp you in the ground with my reading. Yeah. But it was really fun. Honestly, some days I'm thinking back and I'm like, dang, I wish I could log back into that website and see my points from back then. but unfortunately you needed a school account to log in, and obviously I don't have that anymore because I haven't been in elementary school for years. This microphone is a Blue Yeti microphone. Also, don't mind that little dachshund sticker I stuck on there. Just kind of personalize it a little bit. Honestly, the thing is, I still enjoy reading, but the brand is Blue Yeti. But I just don't really have a whole lot of time to sit down and read books at the current point in my life, just because I have a lot of hobbies and they are all very time consuming, especially YouTube and cosplay, which are like my biggest hobbies right now. Oh, thank you, Rugged Sled Rider. I try to be nice. I think that there's so many bad things out there in life, in our world. I feel like it costs nothing to be nice, so we should all strive to bring a little bit of kindness into this world. My thing with audiobooks is that I sometimes put them on as background noise when I do stuff, but then I don't really retain them completely because I'm focusing on doing a task that I'm doing. So I kind of switched to doing YouTube videos as background noise now, because that's usually not something where I need to pay attention to a story a lot. Though I do really enjoy watching ASMR videos when I want to focus, which I know sounds counterproductive, but I have some ASMR artists that I listen to sleep because they put me to sleep. And then there's some ASMR artists that I only listen to for entertainment and relaxation, because the videos don't quite make me tired, but they make me calm, which helps me to focus. And their storylines sometimes are just really entertaining from their role plays. But yeah, I do, however, read not comics. Well, I guess they're kind of comics, like web comics. Like, I read a lot of manhwas right now, mostly about like medieval stuff. So if you know the videos, the monthly videos I do about the Manta app, they have manhwa comics and light novels, which, oh gosh, by the way, the story I was supposed to review this month, I had to skip on it because it is, even the censored version is very graphic, and I don't think YouTube would like me post about this, which, it's not a bad story. It's a little bit odd and funny, but it's a fun read, but just very, very graphic in the adult relationship department. So, yeah, unfortunately, I had to decline this month and say I have to skip till next month because that's a little bit too much for YouTube. But if you're interested in the story, it was called, I think it's called The Duke's Very Secret. And basically, you have the female lead, and she's supposed to marry the male lead, and they're like kind of excited but also don't know a lot about it. But they get married, and then suddenly he like withdraws himself from her, and then I think her cousin gifts her a personal massager. And then that personal massager makes her travel back in time before her marriage. And I'm sorry, it's just very silly. So she travels back second time, and she's like, oh my god, I have to prevent this marriage because our bedroom life is so boring. And then she talks to him, and she's like, yeah, don't want to marry you anymore because I don't think we're compatible in the bedroom. And then he's like, oh, why do you say that? We never were in the bedroom because we haven't married yet. And then he's like, okay, let me try to show you that we can be compatible. Give me 2 months, and if you still think so, then we don't marry, or something. I don't remember if it was 2 months, but it was a set amount of time. However, basically, we find out the reason why he was not affectionate with her is that I haven't quite, because, okay, so I only get a certain amount of chapters that I can read. I don't get the whole thing, so I don't know how it ends. But from where I could read it to, his secret is basically that when he is in a affectionate mood, he turns into he turns into a furry. Like, he'll get wolf ears and a wolf tail. That's his secret that he can't tell her. And that's why he's not intimate with her, because if he is, he would reveal his wolf ears and his wolf tail. I'm sorry. It's I read it and I was like, okay, it's entertaining, don't get me wrong, it's entertaining, but also it's very Wattpad One Direction fan fiction coded, if you catch my drift. And like, yeah, there's some interesting parts in the story where they go to a theater and watch a scandalous play, and then he has to run out because it's too much for him to handle without turning into a wolf. And he can't have people see it. And then, yeah, it's kind of silly. Honestly, it's not something I would have picked up to read by myself. But, like, I found it entertaining to read, honestly. Like, I wouldn't pay to finish reading it, but if at some point, because on Manta you have 2 types of stories. One is unlimited stories, those you get with your basic subscription, and then you have diamonds. You have to unlock the chapters of a story with diamonds, and diamonds are real money, basically, that you have to spend. I only really read the ones that are included in my base subscription, unless sometimes you get free gems by reading unlimited stories. So every once in a while, I pick one story with gems, and then I save my gems from reading other stories and use them on that one. But yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know, but it's gonna take a while for me to finish because I need to save up gems first to unlock more chapters. So it might take like over a year, honestly, because you don't get a whole lot of gems, and I think the story has a lot of chapters, and it just started, so it's still ongoing. But yeah, maybe at some point I'll use some gems for some stories that are further down. But yeah, that is okay. You know what? I am going to look for the story's name so I can give you the accurate name in case you want to look it up. Gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't even plan to talk about this, but I don't know, I just thought it was funny. Let me check my email where they showed me the link. It is called. Okay. Ah. Okay, I can show you this. This is PG. So here is the female lead, and here's the male lead, and you can see. Okay, this is so weird. He not only is getting wolf ears, he still keeps his human ears. So dude just gets 4 ears. I don't know if the artist just kind of overlooked that, but yeah, dude is, I guess he gets really good hearing because he has 4 ears. Yes, I specifically, this is the censored version I'm scrolling through right now, but at first they didn't give me the censored, they gave me the uncensored one, and then they were like, yeah, please include 5 pictures from the story, and I'm like, there's not 5 pictures I can show from this story because they're always like, there's always pictures of them being unclothed or being adult with each other, or her being adult with the time travel personal massager. So I was like, yeah, I'm sorry guys, we can't do that. And then they sent another email and were like, oh, yeah, there is a censored version, you can use that. I'm like, okay, thank you, but I still don't think I can show this on YouTube and describe it on YouTube without YouTube being like, girl, that's too adult for YouTube. So I guess this will be a live stream exclusive. But why on earth can I not find the name? Usually they have the name written on the pages. Oh, hold on. I think I almost got it. I think it was something furry secret or fluffy secret. I think it was something with fluffy secret. Come on, load. For some reason, it doesn't load very well. Okay, let me try something else because I really want to find the name for you. Okay, I found it. The story is okay. The story is called The Duke's Fluffy Secret. So, if you're interested in hot wolf guys with 4 ears and time traveling personal massagers, you can read The Duke's Fluffy Secret. Yeah. Okay, honestly, maybe I'll cut some stuff from the stream into a short and post it that way. I don't know though. I don't know, guys. I don't want YouTube to ban me. Hello, Trend and Not. You have joined us at a very silly time, but welcome. But yeah, that's it. My final words to the Duke's Fluffy Secret. It is very spicy. It is a little bit silly. I find it very entertaining, but it is very spicy. So just keep that in mind. Like, the thing is that Manta, so the program I'm with, I'm not, like, I can't say too much because obviously, But it's not just YouTube. Some people that are part of it post Instagram reviews, others post on Reddit, which I thought a little bit weird because who does placements on Reddit? But okay, I guess. So, yeah. I think I'm one of the few people actually on YouTube that are part of the program, but still. I was like, dang guys, do you want me to get banned? Like what? Like I've done stories before that had spicy versions of them, but like they were never this spicy. Like even the censored version, like yeah, in the censored version there's like black bars covering stuff, but you know what's happening behind those black bars. You know it. But yeah. Oh my god. Please don't cancel me for talking about a furry webcomic. I mean, honestly, I might take this live stream later and cut together a short video to post. Because if I do that, then I will get paid for that. So I might do that as a little middle ground and just post it in a random day without making a designated video for it. But yeah, I might do that. But I have to keep it very PG. But you know, that's what I love about streaming with you guys, because we went from wholesome German lessons and lullaby singing to childhood stuffed animals, spicy furry comics. we did we did a full 180 there. Well, that is very funny. Oh my god. Do you know that meme? There's two wolves inside me. That suddenly is it can mean so many things, right? But yeah, I still think it's really funny that the guy gets 4 ears. Oh boy. I like you guys, you're so funny. Oh jeez, sorry. I got some bath salts. I'm sorry, JFK, but I was not born yesterday. That one is so old. I mean, hey, he's trying his best, Piers. Be nice. You know, it's hard to pull off jokes from a century ago. In this day and age, you gotta respect the attempt. sorry, but that one is even worse than the first one. You gotta at least try. Like, this is not even close, dude. I don't even know if you guys can hear the rain from outside. You guys, just because we're talking about furry comics, you're not gonna derail it too far, okay? Chill. Okay, when's bedtime? Well, let's take a look. It is currently 11:29. So I would say we will make bedtime 11:45. 11:45. So we got 15 more minutes. Oh, hold on, let me show you this cool lamp. Isn't this kind of cool? I don't know, I kind of like this lamp, so I tried to get it a little bit in the shot. Like there. Lamp. You know what? You're not wrong. It does kind of look like a marshmallow. Also, FYI, just for those that didn't know, it weren't here when I said it, this is not my home. This is not my lamp. I'm in a hotel. Honestly, it is fancy. The hotel renovated their rooms, and they also raised their prices. Let's just say, if I wouldn't be working here, I would likely never stay here because I'd be way too broke to book this hotel by myself. I can only stay here because my employer is giving me this room for free. I do not think I could reasonably pay for a night here. Thank you, Elijah. Greetings to Japan. The fancy lamp tax. It's probably part of it. Yeah. Though, you know what's fun? This room that I'm in, it's not a normal room. It's a suite. Yeah, they gave me a suite. Which means I have a living room, which is where I'm right now. And then there's a second room, which is the bedroom, where I'm gonna sleep. And oh my gosh, the bathroom. The bathroom has one of those heated toilet seats. And when I first sat down on that thing, I was like, what the heck, why is it warm? But now I catch myself scrolling a lot longer for shorts because I just sit on that heated toilet seat and I'm like, this is okay, I can chill here. Yeah. Yeah, there's a really nice heated toilet seat. And the bathtub. Oh my gosh. The bathtub, guys. Oh, it is heavenly. It's a soaking tub. And I'm a tall woman. I'm tall for a woman. So in normal bathtubs, like my torso is like barely underwater when I fill it up all the way. But this bathtub, I can actually submerge myself into, and it was so nice. I was in a bathtub for like an hour last night. And I'm probably gonna stay here till Monday. So I think I'll take another bath tomorrow to Also, I used the opportunity to film 2 videos today, and I want to film at least one more video tomorrow, possibly a second one tomorrow, but it kind of depends on, Hello, Wyatt. I hope you'll be less sad after you had some time to distract yourself from whatever worries you. Stay strong, Wyatt. Hello, Derek. Welcome. And hello, Rachel. I hope you'll be able to cheer up. But it's also okay to be sad sometimes. It's natural. Everyone is sad sometimes, and it's okay. You'll also be happy again. Honestly, every once in a while I get sad too. Especially last year, I was sad a lot. But life continues. And sadness is just kind of part of it. I don't have any gloves here, I'm sorry. Maybe next time on when we stream, I can use some gloves. I have some at home. Well, we'll see what this year brings. It's still young, so anything can happen. I have decided to go in with no expectations, even if it doesn't become a super, good year. I still won't be too disappointed. But if it does become a really good year, then I'll be all the more happy. Who knows? If it happens, I'll definitely post about it because I'd be super flattered. There was one person once at a convention. She didn't draw me, but she drew me in a cosplay. In my Sailor Jupiter cosplay, she drew a little sketch. It was really cute. I think I have that somewhere at home. I definitely kept it, I just don't know if it's in Germany or here. Thank you, Ryan. Very sweet of you. Yes, actually, I'm going to Katsucon next month, and I'm 80% sure that I'll go to MomoCon in Atlanta. That one I think is in May. Oh, thank you. I'm very flattered, Ryan. Honestly, yeah, Katsu's in a Gaylord too. That's such an interesting thing to hear someone say about you. Definitely haven't heard someone call my face well balanced before. But I'll take it. It sounds like a compliment. Yeah, that's true. Cons are expensive, unfortunately. I still need to book my flight for Katsu. Thank you. I'll definitely take it as a compliment then. Thank you very much. Let me just have an eye on the clock, just in case. Alright, guys. 5 more minutes. Then it's gonna be my bedtime. Thank you guys, you're so sweet. There's actually a few videos that are like where I'm playing a queen. If that's something you're interested in. It's in the medieval theme playlist. Thank you. I'll do my best. I have a really hard time with sleep, but usually ASMR helps me with it. I watch like a lot of different ASMR artists, but currently my go-to for falling asleep is oh goodness, I'm gonna butcher her name, am I not? I think it was ALB in Whisperland, and she has a role play about a vintage toy store where she shows off vintage Polly Pockets. And that video always puts me to sleep no matter what. So that's usually my go-to on nights where I struggle with sleeping a lot. Hello, Leonel. Also, this is super random, but what do you guys think of my new pajamas? I bought these the other day, and I thought they were so cute. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess they one of my friends said it's grandma core, but honestly, I can live with that. If it's grandma, then it's very cute, fashionable grandma, I think. I just love the little ruffles here, and then there's ruffles all the way down. And then there's also little ruffles on the sleeves. And there's a cute, like kind of vintage or antique looking floral pattern. I love that kind of stuff. I really, really love it. I got them the same day that I got my cute makeup bag. My favorite influencer. Oh, I mean, I don't really follow like classical influencers that are like, you know, Instagram models or just celebrities and stuff. Most of the people I follow are ASM artists, and then I do follow some people that kind of talk about drama and stuff just because I like to listen to that stuff as background noise. One of those guys is a Josie. I watch his videos. I like them for background noise and hearing about dumb people doing dumb stuff. For ASMR, some of my favorites are Atmosphere, ALB, and Whisperland. Oh god, hold on, I don't want to butcher any names. Let me check my subscriber list. Oh yeah, Alexandria ASMR is also someone whose videos I like a lot. Like she has a series about a scammer girl doing like cheap makeovers in a school bathroom. They're so funny. Her ASMR I love to watch for entertainment, for example. Oh, Visual Sounds 1 ASMR I also enjoy a lot. Oceans ASMR I also find really relaxing. Okay, so for entertainment, I think Jaden Aliana ASMR is ridiculously funny. Her videos are always comedy. Her videos don't really put me to sleep, but I just find them so entertaining. And then a smaller artist is Siren ASMR. Her roleplays tend to be on the shorter side, but I don't know, I really like her voice. Yeah, I really like her voice. Goodnight Moon. I gotta say, I pretty much only watch her when she uploads roleplays, just because non-roleplay ASMR doesn't really do it for me. Like, I need a story to follow to be relaxed. But when she does roleplays, they're amazing. I feel like she used to do more roleplays and now she does more like general ASMR with like positive affirmations and stuff. But her roleplays are my favorite. Oh, also, Amy K ASMR. She's a mixed bag. Some of her videos I find super entertaining, and some I watch because they are really relaxing. But I do like her videos. And Whisperwind ASMR. I love her. All her sets and costumes and her voice. I really like her accent. I follow like a ton of ASMR artists, so I could go on. Oh, ASMR Real. Oh my god, some of her videos are hilarious. She did a You Got Soul to One Direction ASMR, and oh my god, it was such a throwback to those cringy Wattpad fanfics that were like flooding that platform at some point. So I really enjoy her videos too, but she doesn't upload as often, which no shame, she's a smaller ASMR artist too, so I totally get it. You don't always have time. Violet Hour ASMR, also amazing for cinematic ASMR. She doesn't upload super often, but also really good. But yeah, that's just some of the channels that I watch a lot. But unfortunately, it is time. Yes, you're right, Rachel. It is time. Time to say goodbye. I have to go get some sleep. But, my sweeties, chat.